case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
John Arnes, the petitioner, and his former wife were once joint owners of a corporation, Moriah Valley Enterprises, Inc., through which they owned a McDonald's franchise. Like many divorce settlements, the couple's property settlement included detailed stipulations for their joint business. In a unique twist, the agreement required Moriah Valley to buy back 2,500 shares of stock owned by the former wife for $450,000. This provision catalyzed a tax dispute. Although Joann, the former wife, initially paid taxes on the capital gains from this redemption, she later sought a refund, arguing that the transaction should be considered a non-taxable transfer of property. The complex tax implications of the agreement subsequently led to a disagreement between John Arnes and the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, over the claimed deficiencies in the federal income taxes for the years 1985 and 1986. In the subsequent legal battle, the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington sided with Joann, applying Section 1041 governing income tax to her situation. This instigated the petitioner's appeal. John Arnes challenged the charge that Moriah's redemption of Joann's stock was a constructive dividend to him and therefore a taxable income. The crux of the case rested on whether Arnes had a primary and unconditional obligation to buy Joann's stock, which would have resulted in a constructive dividend and tax liability for him. The court utilized the precedent set in Edler v. Commissioner and Reverend Roll 69, 608, concluding that a secondary obligation didn't result in a taxable dividend. In contrast to the IRS's argument, the United States Tax Court affirmed that Arnes v. United States, a case deemed by the IRS to be similar, didn't apply to the present situation. The court found no constructive dividend on John's part. Payments made by Moriah to the former wife were not deemed as distributions to John that were taxable as dividends to him. The United States Tax Court ultimately granted a partial summary judgment in favor of Arnes. The court advised that the IRS should have allowed for the simultaneous consideration of the petitioner's and former spouse's cases. The landmark ruling offered a glimmer of hope for those navigating the labyrinthine tax implications of divorce settlements. In this case, at least, the court prioritized actual economic outlay over hypothetical income, a precedent that could encourage more equitable divorces in the future.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.